Professor Tim Crater. So in my classes, we've been doing a series of drilling sequences, 6 specifically. And some of the students are very familiar with them, and some of our newer students are not quite as familiar with them. So what I wanted to do is make a video to teach these drilling sequences. And you know, what I'm saying or what I'm teaching, there's different interpretations of the right way or the wrong way, but in the general context, what I'm teaching you is going to give you the majority of the knowledge that you need to make these techniques applicable. So what I mean by that is there is a principle called the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle was founded by an Italian economist in the early 1900s, about 1906, named Vilfredo Pareto. And so what Pareto noticed was in his pea garden, 80% of the peas grew in 20% of the pods, which was weird to him because he watered all the pods the same. Also, 80% of Italian lands were owned by 20% of the people on the lands. So over time, he started to understand that for whatever it is you're trying to do, 80% of the cause creates 20% of the effect, or 80% of the benefits come from 20% of the work. And so over the years, that turned into what people call the 80-20 principle. The 80-20 principle means is of all the time you spend at your business, 20% of that time makes 80% of your business happen. So if you can spend more of your time doing that 20%, of course your business can grow better. Well, that principle stands to reason with Jiu-Jitsu. And so in Jiu-Jitsu, just like in other things, there are certain things within a technique, a certain part or portion or parcel of a technique that really make that technique applicable. It is what I would call the defining movement of a technique. So for instance, for an armbar, I think that 80% of the benefit comes from the one part of the armbar where you're pivoting your hips. If you can swivel your hips underneath your opponent's tricep and shoulder, it's a lot easier to get the armbar. That is 80% of the battle, right? Pivoting those hips. So part of our drill focuses on that. What these drills are for is to take the most integral part of a technique and force you to drill it over and over and over and over again. So that the thing that gives you 80% of the results, you're not only doing 20% of the time, you're doing most of the time. If you do that integral part 80% of the time, obviously your proficiency with the technique improves dramatically. And this is really the theory behind drilling and drilling properly and drilling efficiently so that I can save time, get better, spend less time, and focus on what makes this technique actually work. Okay, so let's go through the 6 drills. The first one is going to be just a basic leg drag. So Jules Bruches is going to help me. On your back. Okay, so we're just going to start with the person have their feet on their hips, right? If the person's feet are lower, of course leg dragging is a little more difficult. But as soon as his legs make it to my hips, that's when I can leg drag. Okay, so let's just go over, let me demonstrate what the leg drag is, and then we'll go over the fundamentals real quick. Okay, so there's a couple different grips people get. One of the grips is ankle and pants or ankle and calf, and they're gonna pressure. As Jules kicks back, I drag the leg across. I get in a deep squat and I'm pushing his leg down. Okay, fundamental leg drag. I prefer the double grips. A lot of people do De La Riva and stuff, and I prefer double grips, so I practice double grips, but either or is fine. Okay, and the drill for the leg drag should look this way. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And And if you notice my legs, I'm taking a little hop step. So as I pressure, I pull, my right leg comes a little to the side, and my left leg comes a little forward. Same thing on the other side. Leg drag, okay? That's drill 1. Drill 2 is an addition to the leg drag. So if my opponent, when I leg drag, tries to throw a leg over, we're gonna catch and pass to the other side. So let's demonstrate. 1, 2, he throws the leg over, and look where I catch. I keep my elbow tight, and I catch his leg. I'm gonna back up my feet just a little bit and push his shin down. And I'm on the other side. Back up. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm getting better and better at switching sides from the leg drag, okay? Okay, drill number 3. One of my favorite passes is knee and side pass, but sometimes when I'm trying this knee and side pass, the person is really good from here. Their knees inside, their legs up, they're giving me problems, okay? So the best thing to do is back out and switch sides. Okay, here's how we do that. My right hand's on the collar, my left hand's under the knee. I'm gonna back out, pick jewels up, and go to the other side. I switch my grips once I get there. And I wanna get good and fast at that. Knee inside, side switching. That's the 3rd drill, okay? 4th drill, common arm bar from close guard. So my 4th drill, I'm gonna need my partner to help a little bit. Not much, but if the person on bottom is not quite as good, I'm gonna help them a little bit. Let me show you how I'm gonna help them. Their hands are gonna come up. Don't grab, just keep. Yep, and I'm gonna hold on to his wrists. Okay? And all I'm gonna do is start my arm bars. 1, 2. Left leg comes off. I'm gonna pendulum swing. Focus on the swing. My head's coming all the way around. I'm using my legs to move my head and my body. The focus is the head. I'm not even arm barring him. I'm just focusing on the swing. Focus on the swing, okay? Jewels on your back. So for a partner when I'm on top, a lot of times white belts kind of struggle with this technique. So what I'm gonna do is, my hands are here. As Jules starts going for the arm bars, and swing, I help him. And swing, and I'm helping him. Look, I'm helping him. I'm helping his head go in the right direction. I'm helping him. If he can't go in the direction as well, and he just kind of barely gets there, look, I keep pulling him. And I help him understand what he's supposed to be doing. Arm bar from close guard, okay? You want to get a good swing, head all the way, okay? The 4th technique we're doing is sit-up sweep from close guard. So now, a lot of times in jiu-jitsu, what happens sometimes is my opponent's hands hit the mat. Okay, so we're just gonna work on what makes this sweep work. My feet to the mat, sit up with my hands on the mat. I grab the elbow and I drive my hips forward. Bang. Bang.
sit up sweep from closed guard. I want to get all the way to where my weight's pushing joules. Okay, that's where the drill stops. Then I'm back down. And I'm back down. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Sit up sweep from closed guard. The last technique we're going to work on is arm drag. Okay? I'm going to cover a little bit of hand positioning and foot positioning so that you're not doing it incorrectly. From open guard or sit up guard, I want my feet on the knees so I can keep him at bay a little bit. But when I do this, my opponent's hands usually come to my knees to pass my guard. My grips are here. 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2. I kick with this foot, take his wrist straight across towards my foot, and I pull with this hand. I don't want to pull him this way. I want to pull him this way. And I want my chest to touch his ribs. Arm drag from closed guard. Okay, we're going to be practicing these drill sequences probably through Christmas because I want to fortify those 3 things from inside the guard, and I want to fortify those 3 things when I'm in my guard. So make sure you watch the video, kind of understand what we're doing. That way when you come to practice, it's much easier, right? The instructors can just put you through the drill sequence and it'll be a whole lot easier. Hey, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining our Gladiators Facebook group, and hopefully we'll see you tonight in practice.